And to start with today's topic, the fractal of reality, I just want to ask, have you ever looked closely to a peacock's feather? The way its patterns repeat one inside the other endlessly, as if reality itself loves to copy its own beauty. Have you ever looked? Have you ever observed? Let's connect. Here is a thought. What if our lives, our educational journeys are also fractals? What if the same patterns repeat, shaping us in a way we don't always notice? I have spent years meeting with parents and students across India, and I have seen a striking pattern. Career choices made long before, even if the child don't know their own mind. External forces like family pressure, family tradition, peer pressure, market rates, market pressure, to start, draw, design. Sometimes the pressure starts strikingly very early. Student pushed to prepare for competitive exams like IIT, JEE, NEET as early as their 8th grade. Even the child don't know the kind of demand life have for these kind of careers. This is the external fractal work. Expectations repeating generation after generation. We call it tradition, we call it security, but really, it is a distortion. And what we ignore the most, internal design. When we ignore the abilities of a student, which helps to guide his career, when we ignore the interest of the student, which turns their energy into joy, and the most overlooked element is a personality. Every individual develops their personality by surroundings and by their experiences. Personality shapes the person of how they work. When we ignore these patterns, when we ignore these fractals, then we miss the very essence of the student, what he is becoming or what he is becoming. Now some research has also support this. Journal of Vocational Behavior found that career paths aligned with the personality, they tend to feel happier. The people who align the work with their personalities, they are better performer over the time. Yet too often in India, we decide on career choices on our marks, on family opinions, on peer pressure, on social intimations, not by the internal design that actually psychology tells us to, that is matter. Even if it looks chaotic, it seems chaotic, but there is a hidden pattern, there is a hidden order, there is a hidden design which we can reveal. That's where counseling and aptitude tests come in. Think of them as a microscope that shows a student's internal patterns, internal design, their personality, their abilities, their interest, their genuine interest. They work like a microscope that reveals the hidden pattern. Again, there is the evidence by research. Indian Journal of Career and Livelihood Planning shows that early aptitude mapping and counseling significantly reduce the stress on work, improve academic engagements, improve academic performances. And it is a science, not at all a guesswork. Recently, I met with a parent whose son is in 12th grade. The boy has a very good eye for design. He works with lights, colors, graphics, and at the same time, he cleared a cybersecurity course also. He applied into the cybersecurity course, got a certificate. Now, there is a confusion. Whether this student should go to design or whether this student should go to cybersecurity or information technology kind of a course. Now the first step to guide that student is to look deeper or understand his pattern of interest and personality and align them with the right career path. I know a student who scored 37% in 12 commerce. Just 37%. Her mother was very much worried. After our counseling, she joined a course of animation and VFX and graduated with her distinctions. This is not miracle. They are the natural outcome of honoring the internal fractal, honoring the internal design, honoring the abilities, personality, and interest. So, the fractal reveals when from the spark of a child's curiosity to the branching choices of schools, to the decision that shapes careers and life, and the internal design at every level, the same principle repeats. If that principle ignored, design distorted. If the principle guided, we can have a clear path. So the next time when you see a peacock's feather, remember that reality is a fractal. And the same is true for our students. If we force them into external shapes, to the external fractals, the design distorts. But if we guide them with the science, with the care, and with the early explorations of aptitude and personality, we give them the chance to grow into their true fractal of reality, into their internal design. So I want to invite parents, listen early to the quiet patterns of your child, their interest. I invite educators to weave the counseling and aptitude test into the curriculum. I want to invite students to understand their internal design, their internal fractal of reality. Because when you discover those things, the patterns changes and the whole future changes. Thank you.